I auditioned for the Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire in end of January, beginning of February 2014, and got cast on their street cast, which is the Blackfriar cast. It was all volunteer. There's the Bacchanalians who actually get paid, and then there's the Blackfriars who have to rehearse April through August every Wednesday and every Saturday for several months, all in a row, for no pay, long drive, nerve-wracking as all can get out, but so much fun. They give you a character, and you spend 3 months getting into that character, figuring out your name, your catchphrase, your occupation, your jokes. There's a story of that you're on the Shire for 3,000 people every day, make it worth it for you. My character was Henriette Fowler, the crazy chicken lady, and I was allowed to carry a live chicken. I was the only person at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire to ever carry a live chicken. And I made history. My very first weekend. So the entire set of 3 months when you're training, you're improv, you're on the street, you never know what someone's gonna say to your face. Someone's gonna shout at you about shaking your tail feathers and you go, oh, flock off. Oh, cluck you. Like, you get to have as much fun as you want backsassing these people because they paid their money to come in and interact. You get to pick how you do it. So I had a lovely show with Boopsie the Ambassador Chicken where she would play dead. I'd place her back on my hand, her little head would droop down, her wings would open up, and she would, for all intents and purposes, look deceased. And people would panic, and they're like, oh my God, your chicken. It's like, no, no, no. And she'd pick her up her head and go, buck, 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 and go, shh, you're giving it away, and put her head back down. And sometimes when a chicken gets upset, they start to flutter their wings. I'm not chasing a chicken around 13 acres, so you just hold on to the feet. They flap for a second, they go down, you pick them back up. It's a chicken. It's fine. So Boopsie the Ambassador and Chick and I are making waves across the Shire all through rehearsals. We haven't even opened yet. So opening day, the first weekend in August, the opening Saturday, I have the first show of the day. We open at 11:30 was my first show. And I have a crowd of about 10 to 15 people, all of who just kind of wandered in the gate, unbeknownst, come across to me holding my chicken in the woods like, hi. I'm a chicken tender. I thought I was funny, come on guys. And so I had a crowd of people, I'm about to go into my bit. It's like, oh yes, why do ducks have tail feathers to cover their butt quacks? What do you call a chicken who is so wicked she lays deviled eggs? Like, I thought I was great. And so Boopsie has a moment of stage fright. She flutters up. I just hold on to the feet, let her swing for a second, pick her back up. And this woman barges through the crowd and starts screaming at me, cruelty, cruelty and abuse, and is pointing her finger and stomping her feet, pushing her way through a crowd of people. And I'm standing there covered in feathers in Renaissance gear, holding a chicken going, what? Bok, bok, like. And she's not letting up. And I'm trying to say, oh, my lady, no, it's very kind of you. This is my personal chicken. Yes, I know this chicken. I raised this chicken. It's fine. And she's, who is your supervisor? And how do I get you out of here? And how dare you abuse a bird like this? And I'm trying to play it off. But they've trained me for 3 months to backsass. And finally, this woman goes, well, I wouldn't want to be swung around by my feet like that. I said, my lady, I don't think there's any that could swing me by thy feet like that. And I didn't mean to call her fat, but she was a 4-door duchess, all right? I mean, she had teacups on her titties. Like, she was a big lady, and her tiny little husband who was leaning against a tree leaned forward and lowered his sunglasses like, what did you just say to her? And, everybody gasps for a second, and I'm standing there clutching my chicken like, oh, crap. I mean, we're so tall. Look at us. We need to find a giant to swing us by our feet. This isn't helping. She got the face of, I taste butt, and stormed off. I'm panicking, but trying to finish the show. I go backstage and cry for another 30 minutes, and then carry on with my day and think, okay, no big deal, whatever. Everybody just shake it off. And the few castmates that I told this story to were like, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Go you. I mean, we trained you to do this, go you. So 2 weeks later, when I found out I broke a record, because Justice, the head of the theatrical department at the Renaissance Fair pulled me aside and said, Ashley, all right, I got a letter. Dear Pennsylvania Renaissance Faire, complaint. And I don't think you actually did this, but I have to follow up. Were you A, abusing your chicken, and B, did you call a woman fat? And I said, yes, no, and kinda. And he goes, wait, what? Tell him the story, and he just has to pause for a second. Ashley, it was your first show of your first day, of your first attempt at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair ever, holding the first chicken of the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, and you got a Dear Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair letter? Oh, come here. Come to me, my child. And I got beers the rest of the season for free from the little bartender who thought it was just the best story ever. And I can't say I have any regrets because they trained me to do it.